Good afternoon, members of the press. The Bermuda Police Service is conducting a full investigation into the disappearance of 19-year-old American visitor Mark Dombrowski. Mark is a freshman student at St. Joseph University in Pennsylvania. He is a member of the St. Joseph University rugby team, and they arrived on the island on Wednesday to compete in the 2018 Ariel Reed Bermuda International Rugby's tournament. There were over 20 teams competing, both locally and internationally. The tournament was complete, and Mark, his family, and members of the tournament went out to socialize. The last time he was seen by his family and friends were a few minutes after midnight on Sunday, March the 18th. This was at the Doghouse, a local restaurant and bar on Front Street in the city of Hamilton. At 9:39 a.m. on Sunday, the 18th, police were officially notified of his disappearance by his family. Police enacted their missing persons protocol and commenced trying to locate Mark. This included a concerted media and social media campaign, which saw updates throughout the night and day. As part of the investigation, police are conducting an extensive review of the island-wide CCTV network in order to ascertain his movements, if possible. Police can confirm that CCTV footage now indicates that Mark was seen alone at 1:09 a.m. Sunday, March 18th, walking east along Front Street, just past the junction with King Street. He was wearing a green T-shirt, khaki pants, and black shoes. He appeared to be using a cellular device at that time. The last indication so far is that at 1:15 a.m. that morning, he was seen walking east on the Middle Road, Devonshire, near Sheldon Road. A coordinated search is being done. Areas of East Broadway, Crow Lane have already been checked. The Bermuda Police Service Marine Unit have scored Hamilton Harbor, and the police and his family members and the community have searched the environs of the city. Restaurants, hotels, other businesses have also been assisting, but that has been negative so far. We continue to develop specific information and search specific areas. The Bermuda Police Service is working with local and overseas partners to advance the matter, with the primary goal to locate Mark. We are aware of the high level of interest in this matter and appreciate all the assistance that is being offered by everyone within the community. We are aware of the efforts on social media and thank members of the public for their interest. We urge, though, that all such activity be coordinated through the police to capture all information accurately and to avoid duplication of efforts. There is an investigative process being followed, and we request the cooperation of the public in this regard. We are continuing to develop a community strategy that will identify key ways the community can mobilize and assist the search for Mark. Anybody with information may assist us in locating Mark is urged to contact the police. In particular, persons that may have personal security cameras in the Middle Road, Devonshire area that may have captured any activity around 1:15 a.m. Sunday, March 18th, are asked to review their footage for anything that could possibly assist us in locating Mark. All information should be directed to the Senior Investigating Officer, Acting Inspector Karima Flood, and the other Senior Investigating Officer, Mr. Smith, who is going to speak to you shortly. And they can be contacted on the regular police line 295-0011.
Thank you. At this time, we will take questions from the media. Because we are live, I need to identify what media you're representing and the questions that you have. At this time, we will take questions. Sir.
Paul Johnston with the Royal Gazette.
Yes, sir.
To the family present, I know this is a very difficult and trying time, so thank you for being here. To begin with, if I could, the timeline, we're saying now that Mark was last spotted 1:15 a.m. on Middle Road in Devonshire, is that correct?
Yes, we've had 2 confirmed CCTV hits of Mark walking. As described, one was at 109 on Front Street, just past Arnold's, and then at 1:15 up at Middle Road in Devonshire.
Can you specify slightly more where on Middle Road?
In the Shelton Road area.
Shelton Road area?
We are advancing CCTV opportunities in the area along those lines.
Any other questions? Sorry?
One more if I could. When he was last spotted, he was spotted alone?
Yes.
The investigation at this point, could you describe the nature of it? Is foul play expected at this, or is it suspected?
Yeah, that's far too early to make a statement about. I mean, right now we're dealing this as a missing person, and our primary goal is to locate Mark and ensure his safety.
It was mentioned that Mark was spotted, it looked like, talking on a cell phone. Has his phone been located, or have efforts been made to track him using his phone?
Yes, we are making efforts along the telecommunication forensic line, but to talk about the specifics of that at this stage would be inappropriate.
Sure. Search effort. Can you talk about when it began and what form it's taken? Has it been land searches only?
Well, the response from the community has been overwhelming. Certainly the rugby community in particular has answered the call, and they're out there almost immediately looking for Mark when it was noticed that he hadn't returned. The biggest challenge really is to coordinate efforts, because we are finding that there's duplication and there's misinformation out there, which is actually hindering us. And so what we're urging is that people coordinate their efforts through the police and help in the investigative process.
Could you talk about
Just really quickly, just give someone else a chance to come back to you in a few minutes. Any other questions?
TNN, sir. $1,000 reward has been offered. Can you confirm or deny that coming to the Bermuda Rugby Football Union? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware of the appeal for witnesses to come forward, and that was done very earlier on. Obviously, that was not part of the police strategy in regards to dealing with it. And we're moving forward as this is a police matter. The rugby union is trying to help us in what they thought was an assistance, and we'll just leave it at that.
It's considered an item-wide search, yes?
Yes, it is.
Any other questions?
Gary Foster Skelton, Bermuda Broadcasting. Regarding Mr. Dombrowski's state of mind around his disappearance, rumours abound. Can you confirm or deny, did he leave the doghouse after an argument and declined taxi money from friends? He wanted to be alone?
There's a lot of rumour and speculation in regards to that, and I just think that should be left alone. We are following up on all angles, and to make comment on a potential mental state, it would be inappropriate at this stage, because it's all hearsay at present, and we're working to find out exactly what was going on.
And are there specific areas where you are concentrating your search?
Well, obviously the Middle Road, Devonshire area, because that's the last confirmed sighting that we have. What we're trying to separate is a fact from innuendo and gossip, and so we're going on what we know. The facts is that he was seen on CCTV at 1:15 in Middle Road. We appreciate all information that comes in, but obviously we have to filter it through what is checkable facts, and that's what we're doing.
His mother would like to.
Yeah.
In answer to that question, I have reviewed the camera tapes, and in reading his language, body language, my assessment is that he was not feeling well. He had sustained a shoulder injury in the rugby tournament that day. He's definitely favoring his arm. He wasn't enjoying the party atmosphere as some of the boys were. My assessment is he wanted to get going. I think he wanted to probably get back to where they were staying. I think possibly others wanted to stay longer. So I don't think it's that it was his state of mind, I think, was that he just wasn't feeling great. His shoulder was hurting. He wasn't in a celebratory kind of mood. He wanted to get back.
We understand that the team was staying at the work camp. How is it that he could have been left alone?
I can confirm that the visiting rugby teams are staying at the Royal Bermuda Regiment, and the environments around the camp have been thoroughly searched. Right now, we don't believe that Mark actually got back to the camp. So that's where we are with that.
Question?
Obviously, Saturday was St. Patrick's Day. Wondering what, if any, influence investigators think alcohol might have played in what's occurred here?
There's no information to suggest at the moment that he himself was intoxicated or that alcohol is a part. The inquiry so far hasn't led us to believe that.
Sorry, your name, sir?
Detective Sergeant Jason Smith.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, Dennis from BurnNews.com. Mr. Howard, you spoke earlier about the interest of the public wanting to do searches. What can you tell the general public as far as when information can come out as to when they can be of assistance?
What I would suggest is that they can make contact with the Bermuda Police Service on the regular number 2950011. We also have the Crime Stoppers that they can make contact with as well. But my key message for everyone is the police are trawling the social media as well. If you have information, rather than putting it on social media, please make contact with the police. Because some of the information that we have received has come off of social media, not directly with police, but we still have to go out and investigate. So please make contact with the police. And the other key message is the people that are in the Shouting Road area. There are a lot of cameras up in that area. Please review your cameras so that we can find Mark and bring him home to his family.
So the police will not be initiating any searches that are inviting the public to come out to?
Not at this stage. We do have the Bermuda Regiment who we will be meeting with right after this particular briefing. But as I said, let us do what we do. The Bermuda Regiment would probably be our first port of call, and then after that, we will deal and call the public if need be. But again, search your CCTV for us, Shouting Road residents.
From the investigative side, we would like to make a specific appeal to particular taxi drivers who were working that morning. We do know that the rugby team arrived on Wednesday of last week, and they were staying at the regiment work camp. We know that there were lots of taxi drivers who were transporting the rugby players to and from that location several times throughout the week. And in particular, the hours between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., if there were any taxi drivers who picked up any of the rugby players from the Front Street area and took them to the Royal Bermuda Regiment work camp, we would like to speak with you because you may have information that is invaluable to this investigation that might be able to assist us and put us in a particular direction.
Time for 3 more questions.
My first question follows on from my friend here was a couple of particular things that have gone around social media. I've been CCTV photos from outside the doghouse saying that police want help to identify certain people. I understand that they did not come from the police. Could you speak to that and what the public should be doing with information of that kind?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, we are appreciative of the help of the public in this matter. There has to be a balance, though, between the investigative process and the use of social media to further matters. It can be counterproductive if inaccurate requests are going out there that are not from the police. So once again, it's just a question of we appreciate your help. We all want to find Mark, and we're here to support the family in regards to that. But do it the proper way. Don't do it via social media. If you have some information, pick up the phone and speak to a specific police officer who we can then make note of the information and action it out as per the investigative process. So I understand people's desire to help, and we're not going to try to dissuade that, but the way to help us properly is pick up the phone and talk to us directly, not via social media, because things can be distorted and they can actually be a hindrance rather than help. Because if we're going down one line of investigation that we have checkable facts on, and then someone throws something into the work, it can actually delay what we're trying to achieve. So.
Just really quickly, give us some specific contact information where people can contact the Sergeant.
So for those people who have information in relation to this missing person, Mr. Mark, we actually contact the investigating officer, Sergeant Karima Flood, Acting Inspector Karima Flood, at 717-2086, or her email address is kflood@bps.bm, or you can contact myself, Detective Sergeant Jason Smith, at 717-0864, or jsmith2@bps.bm.
I want to ask one brief question, just coming in. His mom had just indicated he had a shoulder injury. Could have been any type of medication he could have taken that could have had any...
Possibly Advil, that's all I would say.
Members of the media, thank you so much for coming. If you look over my right shoulder, you will see a brother, you'll see a son, and you'll see a friend. Our priority is connecting this man back with his family. Everything that we can do as a community to connect this man to that group of individuals, his family, will make everyone exceedingly happy. Thank you very much, and we look forward to the community's help in bringing Mark home. Thank you.